Episode of Pseudos Crochet and More. This is your host, Crystal. Today is going to be my, I guess not Monday makes, but my whips and foes, I guess you could say. I did finally finish what I was working on over the weekend, and I honestly did not have, unfortunately, the time to get this recorded for last week's video, which I was hoping for Thursday or Friday, but it didn't happen, so I do apologize for that. Now, I did use this Charm Key yarn. I'm testing this out to see if I want to sell it on Amazon. It will not be underneath the Charm Key name. It will have something different, but you'll find that out once I get this all set up. Now, the care instructions for this is hand wash only. It is dry cleanable. Do not iron. Do not tumble dry, do not bleach, and it does say dry flat, reshape while damp. Now this is the entire cake. As you can see, it does nice. This is the end of it, so see, I just have this much left, and I was like, yeah, that's not going to be enough to do one more row. This is a very simple pattern, and the color change was very nice. I got about 15 rows before it changed. Some were a little sooner than others, like this one here. It changed from pink to yellow sooner, but it's okay. And there's the purple, purplish pink, and it went from that to like a green. It's coming at blue on here. I don't know why. That's so weird. And then, I guess it is a blue. It is a blue. It's just not that kind of blue. Because then it goes to an actual green. And then this is where I started at with the yellow. And then let me show you how long it is on me. If it'll even show you how long it is on me. So it's down to my knees. So this could honestly be wrapped around a couple times. You could make it into an infinity scarf. I just wanted to see how long this would wind up being if I did the whole thing. Now this isn't how long the pattern says to go for. It's actually much shorter. But again, I wanted to make sure that I had the right amount of length, being able to test it out perfectly. There is no knots in this one that I have. Get this off around my neck here. So, yeah. So I am going to reach back out to the company that does this and get some pricing to find out how much it'll cost to get started on Amazon with it. I already have an Amazon sellers account. I just need to find out the pricing to get this on there. Now there are other colors that this comes in, so this isn't the only color that will be available. I might pick and choose a couple different colors to start with and then go from there depending on how well it goes. So there's that. That's the only thing I've gotten finished so far. Now this hat that I'm wearing I actually made for my father-in-law when they came to visit in November for Thanksgiving. And I kind of commandeered it back. I made it for him because he was a very big Vikings fan, and it was the closest I had to one of their colors because it's purple, gold, and white for Vikings. Now if my stepmother-in-law wants it back, she can have it, but I made it to fit his head, and it's actually fitting my head pretty well, which I was kind of surprised. There are some spots on it that I noticed. I'm not sure if it's the way that I washed it or what. There's some spots that started coming undone, but this is that Caron Simply Soft Party with the sparkle in it. I don't know how well you can see it. The sun, actually, it's coming up pretty well. This is one of Bag O' Day's patterns that I've used for other hats as well. Yeah, right here you can see there's a spot, but I'm not sure if it got caught on something or if it was the way that I washed it. So just keep a lookout. I will do an update again about this. This I'm still keeping it a 9 out of 10. It is a 45% cotton, 55% acrylic blend, and this, it says it was a 100 gram or 193 meters, which I figured a little over 200 yards. But I'm not sure because this seemed to go a lot further than 193 meters or 200. I think I figured it was 211 yards. Even I know that my tails aren't hidden yet because I don't know if I'm going to keep it like this or if I'm going to undo it and maybe work something else with it. But yeah, still a 9 out of 10 for the feel of it. It is very comfy. So you could make a wearable out of it. Depending on what size you need, you might need 2 to 3 of the cakes to make the wearable, depending on what pattern it is. And I did determine this is a DK or 3-weight yarn. So just take that into consideration because right now it's not listed on the label, but that will be added there for you. And I will recommend a 4mm to a 5mm crochet hook. Again, that all depends on what you're making. This recommended, the pattern that I used for this recommended a 4mm crochet hook, and it worked up wonderful with that. So that's why I'm saying a 4 to a 5, depending on what you want to do with it. Now, that's done. I did do some shopping at Michael's this week. My husband had to return something for Amazon, and it was to drop it off at a UPS drop-off location. So my Michael's, that's about 5-10 minutes at the most from my house. It has a UPS drop-off location, so I went in, handed that to him. I walked around checking for new yarn. Unfortunately, the only one that I found that's new was the twisted one. It's the recycled yarn. It's the one that's like this, only twisted, where it's got a thread going through it and it's multicolored. That was the only one that I kind of noticed that was even maybe brand new. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. It did have the logo that said new on it, but the tag itself for the price, there was nothing around there that said new. Now, it could be because they've had it for a while, and I'm so far behind with all the new yarns in like Michael's and Joann's that it may have been taken down because it's new, but it's no longer that new. I did not pick any of that up. I did get some yarn that was on clearance, and I was lucky enough to actually find 2 skeins of the same color. So I got that, and I got some free patterns. I will be showing that in tomorrow's video, so keep a lookout for that. Today's video is going to be kind of short. I'm trying to get as many as I can done, and then I'm going to be going to make Sunday breakfast, which is biscuits and gravy. My husband loves biscuits and gravy, and that's one of his rules about Sunday is that I get that done for him before it's noon. My nose is itching, sorry. Today, after my video, I am doing a short memorial for my father-in-law. I was notified this morning that as of today, last year, June 11th, which is also my oldest sister's birthday, so I'm not sure if she watches my videos, but happy birthday, Di. Her name is actually Dialeen. It's a combination of my mom and dad's first names that my great-grandmother came up with. So you'll never, ever, ever, ever see that name anywhere else. And if they do, I don't know how they learned about that, unless they watch my video, but her birthday's today, so I'm going to send her a happy birthday on Facebook. I do believe I have her phone number, but I'm not sure, but I'll send her a happy birthday. It was 1 year ago today that my husband went and visited with his dad and his stepmom, who's now living with us, with their blankets that I had made. And I rushed to get their blankets done because of the situation that she was in. We weren't sure, what was going to happen. And then unfortunately, it was my father-in-law that passed away. So I do have a short video. It's about a minute long of some pictures that we've taken over the years. It does start with a picture of him when way back when, I think early 2000 was when that picture was taken when we visited him. You'll see that shirt that he's wearing in some other pictures that might have been earlier or later, because we did visit them when they lived in Alabama. And then, of course, they came up to visit us after we had gotten married in 1998. It was after Christmas. My mom still had her Christmas cards up on we had this big open entryway to the living room from the dining room, and every year she gets Christmas cards. That's where they get hung up, and you can still see them in the background. So if you wouldn't mind, please go ahead and stay for those videos. And until next time, oh yes, if you haven't already and you like my content, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe and then a notification bell so you're always aware of when I put new content out. I'm going to probably be reaching out to one of the local yarn stores this week to see if I can get in there on Saturday to do a video. I do have two in Lynchburg, Virginia that I was going to go see in April, but the plans had changed, and then I went to the one in Pennsylvania. So I'm going to try to reach out to them to see if I can get the okay to come back out and get those videos done for you guys. I really do miss going to those stores. Sometimes I don't necessarily need the yarn, but I like to test out different things that you don't normally see at a local shop like Michael's or Joann. So keep a lookout for that. I'm going to try to do all 5 videos this week. Please still bear with me if I do not get all 5 done. I'm going to try my best though. And hopefully, by the end of June, I'll be back up to my 5, if not this week. So just still trying to get everything situated, settled, trying to make sure my husband can do his job. And so there's that. All right, so after this will be the video. So I hope you all stay safe and stay crafty. And until next time, have a good one.